Morning students. In this class we are going to discuss about the conventional software development process. As you know, the software development method comprises in two basic models. First one is conventional process model and second one is modern practice method. In conventional system related to the previous development mechanism followed by different software companies. In this class, we are going to learn about the conventional process mechanism through waterfall model. It is also known as the old way of methodology. Old way means the software companies which were used in previous development methods. It comprises 7 basic steps. The waterfall model is the basic model used to develop the software projects. It is also known as the linear model. The linear model means all the activities carried from top to bottom, which means the project is carried in step by step manner. Each step comprises different activities. For example, if you see the waterfall model, it comprises 7 activities. The first one is system requirements, second one is software requirements, third one is project analysis, fourth one is program design, fifth one is coding, sixth one is project testing, the last one is maintenance and reliance. If you see the waterfall model, the first one take the system requirements. The project requirements are nothing but the client requirements. Whatever the client needs, those are to be collected and systematically analyzed. After analyzing all the requirements which are going to be built by the development team is known as system requirements. The requirements are classified as n set of sub problems, requirement 1, requirement 2 and so on, requirement n. These are called sub problems. Each problem is analyzed separately and they are going to be integrated at final. So coming to the second step, software requirements. Software requirements means whatever tools required to build the system requirements we should gather and collect properly, known as software requirements, which is nothing but the languages and compilers and whatever the supporting tools required for software development is called software requirements. Yes, example I will tell you. Software requirements are nothing but languages and other compilers which are required for to build the client needs. And third one is analysis. Analysis is made and done by the software analysts. The software analyst is going to analyze the overall software project systematically, and it is also known as architecture planning. Planning activities comes through analysis. Once it is over, we will move to next important activity is called program design. Program design is nothing but the overall architecture of the project. In this architecture, we should think about various algorithms and databases, the programs, the overall size of the project, everything should be planned. And at most important thing is the size. Project size is to be estimated here, and cost, schedules, everything is prepared during project design phase itself. As for the project design known as architecture, the coding is to be done by the development team. Coding is done the specified language. Coding is done either in specified language. Example, I'll tell you Java or C, C++, etc. Any one of the coding language already specified in the previous stages, as specified in the early stages, the same thing is carried during coding. Coding part is done by separate teams, and they will do whatever the modules assigned for them. Once coding is over, it is moved to the next important thing is testing. During testing phase, the entire project coding programs are tested to meet the client requirements. Here, all modules are tested thoroughly by giving suitable inputs, and validation is also be done during testing period only. Once the testing process is satisfied as per the client requirements and it is released to the, it is going to be deployed to the client. Deployment means handover or transformation of the finished project to the client side or client place. And once it is deployed, later it will move on to the maintenance and reliance phase. And this is a previous version, previous model, followed by various software companies. The very old method. Here we have different drawbacks over waterfall model. Some of the drawbacks mentioned in this same slide. So the drawbacks of conventional process model is: number one, protracted integration and late design breakage. Second one is late risk resolution. Third one is requirements driven functional decomposition. Fourth one is adversarial stakeholder relationships. The last one is focus on document and review meetings. So these are the drawbacks of waterfall model. By these drawbacks, the waterfall model, or what do you call that, is called conventional process model, became failure. The first one is protracted integration and late design breakage. It takes more time on integration. Integration phase itself takes a lot of time because of schedules, cost, time, everything uh, regarding the project will take more time. That is the main drawback of waterfall model. Design phase also takes more time. The architecture design also takes more time. Late risk resolution, this is very very important in the conventional process model. All risks will be identified at the end of the phase. The list you can't forecast in the early phases. The risk will come at the end of the project. Once whatever the risk you identified at the end, you can't rectify them. You can't put on more time on them because already time is over. Cost is also exceeded. That's why the conventional process model takes more problematic phase. And third one is requirements driven functional decomposition. Whatever the requirements we gathered, we collected from the client side, they are not to be driven properly. Decomposition is not done thoroughly. Once the decomposition activity is done, decomposition is nothing but division of problem into sub problems. One main problem will be there. That problem will be broken into several modules. If you make properly, definitely the work will be carried smoothly. Advisory stakeholder relationships. Sometimes the stakeholders may give uh, trouble to the development team because the stakeholders' thought and their expectations are different than what the company is going to provide. So during that level, the stakeholders may not satisfy whatever the things you provided. Focus on document and review meetings. Normally, the development of project work should thoroughly go through review meetings. During the review meetings, it has to be verified the amount of work done by the development team. So schedules have to be prepared. For example, I'll tell you one example. Schedule means for first 15 days, what is the amount of work to be done? In next 15 days, what is the amount of project to be completed? As for the schedule, the work is going on, definitely it will be success. Otherwise, it goes to some problem. So these are the main drawbacks of the conventional process model related to the software development process model. Okay, so today's class we discussed about only the waterfall model, which is known as the old way. The next class we will go through the primary analysis and coding activities. We'll discuss in the next class. Okay, right.